While we're talking about Mendes, what did you think of his innings from the opposition dressing?
We were very impressed with the young man. Showed tremendous, composure as Graham said. Very selective from the first innings to the second innings. He had a game plan. He stuck to it. So, he showed huge promise. Now he's just got to maintain that for a young 21-year-old to go out and score 176 against the best team in the world currently. It's a great effort.
Stuart, where do you see the match standing at the moment?
Well, if each day, only one day's been completely available for play. If there is cloud around, we're not sure when we start. We seem to be hanging around quite a bit this morning, waiting for rain to come, but it was in the air, but didn't quite arrive until well into the morning session. But if we get a full 90 overs in a day's play, it should be a very interesting finish to the game, needing 185. The two that are at the crease now, they've got to put on a big partnership, and everyone else just needs to chip in where they can. So, we're still very confident. We want to play to win games of cricket. We don't play to draw. So we're just waiting to see what tomorrow brings weather-wise, and then we can really have a crack at it.
Stuart, given that so much time had already been lost to rain, was it disappointing to lose a couple of hours today to bad light when there's floodlights here that currently can't be used?
Yeah, that's always disappointing, but both countries have to agree to it. We're quite happy to proceed. That's our policy in Australia. We're playing day-night test matches now, so even red ball cricket, if the lights are available, we want to use them. We want to play as much as we can. So, but once again, that calls out of our hands. We can't do much about it. It's disappointing, but that's just the way it is.
And just in terms of the journey of Australian batsmen batting in these conditions, and what's happened in a couple of tours recently and here, where do you think they're at in the process of getting better at it and getting their heads around it?
Yeah, look, I've only been with this group for a short period of time, but just amazed at the work ethic that they have and the want to really improve and do well. They have their own specific game plans. We've sat down at length and talked about how we're going to combat different types of spin, different types of wickets, and they're all very driven to succeed. So it's just a matter of being able to translate that from the nets out in the middle. I thought today our batters went about it with more authority and a clearer idea of how we're going to play on the spinning wickets. And let's face it hasn't really spun a great deal. I think only one ball turned sharply to get rid of Joe Burns. The rest haven't really spun sharply as yet. But I think our boys played using their feet the way Australians play. We saw the Sri Lankans sweep a lot. Us being a bit taller, the sweep shot's a little more difficult. So we tend to use our feet. And I thought Joe Burns, Steve Smith, played it very well.
John and Greg.
Was there a concern, Stuart, that David Waddle had been a bit underdone?
Obviously, you would have liked to have seen him have more match practice under his belt. But Davey's a guy that he doesn't really need to be playing every day, all day, every day to be good. He can come in and switch on. But mate, first innings he just looked like he wasn't sharp. And he openly said it himself. He missed out in a half volley. And today, well, I think we all saw what happened. It rolled under his bat or didn't bounce very high, and those things happen. So we're not concerned about his form, not concerned about where he's at with his game. He knows he's been in these similar conditions in India. He knows what to expect, and the old saying, mate, you should see him hit him in the nets. He's hitting them like a genius. So once again, just needs to translate that from the net into the middle. No concerns. He's feeling good. His finger's okay. It's not 100%, but it's definitely not bad enough to stop him scoring runs.
Will Wing Rambo.
Yes, Stuart. Mitch Marsh has a chance, not had a chance to play a pivotal dig of his career. How does he approach it? Do you want him to go hard and ball? He's probably best, next one day sort of record going hard.
Yeah, it's a difficult one here. The wicket dictates how you do play. Whilst I believe it's got a little better to bat on. I still think it's not easy just to come out and start going from ball one. I thought Joe Burns took the new ball on well down the ground. That's the way he said he wanted to play. For Mitch, I think he just comes out and bats. If he bats like he did in the first innings for a longer period of time, I think he can defend fours. He's that big and strong, and use his height to his advantage by getting as far down the wicket as possible. So, you don't want him to go out there and just swing recklessly. You want him to play good cricket shots and keep ticking the score over, which that's how we instruct our batters to bat all the time. Show some determination, show some guts, and really back yourself to get out there and score the runs. Being aggressive isn't hitting fours and sixes. Can be defending the ball and letting the ball go, but if you are aggressive with your mindset, it's amazing how good your feet and your body position ends up.
Last two, Rambo.
Stuart, just from your experience here, how do you read that pitch? Because it seems to, looking at the scoreboards, in Pakistan chased 380 on final innings here not that long ago. Is it batting going to become very tricky on that day 5?
Oh, it can do. It's not going to be a day 5 pitch though. We haven't played. I think we've played 3 days. History says that teams have chased down big totals in the last innings. They might have been prepared differently for those teams coming in than they do for us. But this one doesn't look like it's deteriorating a great deal. There's not many marks on it. You walk out there and big Mitch Stark's been bowling left arm over for a few overs and he's hardly broken the surface. It's as hard as concrete. So it is what it is. It's very dry. Overnight, these conditions do tend to get the moisture back up into the surface. So the first half hour to an hour can be tricky, but the wicket's dry enough now. I don't think that'll be an issue as well. But early in the Test match, the first morning was definitely a bit tacky on top. Second day, first hour and a half was similar, and it has progressively dried out. So it's probably at its driest now.
Last one.
Stuart, Steve O'Keefe started off brilliantly for you guys in the tour. How crucial was losing him at that stage?
Oh, look, it's heartbreaking for Steve. He's put a mountain of work in, very noticeably. I was with him in India with the Australian A Tour mid last year, and his body shape's changed. He's trained the house down to get into a peak physical condition, and he started the tour brilliantly in that practice game with 10 wickets and a 78 not out. And then in this Test match, he was one of our best bowlers. He just brings so much to the dressing room. He's a great bloke inside the dressing room. He's very, very important on the field with his chatter and his input all the time. So yeah, we're devastated for him that he's got this injury, but it's not the end. He's shown that these conditions he can perform, and we've got quite a number of series coming up in subcontinental conditions in the next couple of years, and I'm sure that Steve, if he's back to full fitness, he'll feature prominently in those.